So I would like to start with Mr. Satyendra Pasalapudi, Managing Director of Infolab Solutions India, introducing Mr. Pasalapudi, a visionary technologist with over 2 decades of experience working across the globe and has been a catalyst of change and transformation. With a unique blend of business expertise and cutting-edge tech prowess, he has bootstrapped innovations in platform engineering, cloud, and big data. He was the Director, Platform Engineering Services at Oracle, and also the past president of All India Oracle Users Group before starting his venture Infolab. His career journey embodies technology leadership, experiences from large multinational corporations and renowned Indian companies as well. He's been a speaker, a thought leader, and an influencer, having led AIOUG for over 2 decades in terms of the user group for Oracle.
Coming to the readiness in terms of infrastructure, I would like to ask Mr. Satyendra, because you manage large cloud infrastructure globally, and I would like to understand from you in terms of how ready are we as a country when it comes to infrastructure on AI and automation. And specifically what I've heard is that most of our data centers are mostly CPU based, and AI infrastructure requires GPU based infrastructure, which calls for a massive investment or whatever it is. So where do you think we are as a country? And we are talking so big about AI and skilling and everything else, but if you don't have the infrastructure, how do you think we can become the skill capital of the world?
Thanks, Ganesh. First of all, thanks to Chinmay and the My Anatomy for giving me an opportunity. So before getting into the specific answer, when 5 years back, I was doing some research on what is this digital transformation, what exactly the organizations need, whether it's a consulting organization like ours or an Apollo hospital or anything here like EPAM, what we're trying to do the whole world in terms of the IT or the digital transformation as such. The first and foremost is the customer engagement. What are we doing to talk about the customer engagement? That is one key area which we need to solve. All our products, services align to that. Second is the value proposition. What value we are giving to our investors, internal, external and all. Third is innovation, which is continuous process. It is not that today you're talking about AI, earlier we were talking about cloud, earlier we were talking about our data centers and all those things. Innovation is continuous for any organization, irrespective of whatever we are. Fourth is competition. If you are not looking at the competition and they are moving forward, you will not be in the race. Whether they are adopting AI, we have to adopt and see how we are all these key domains. And the fifth and foremost is the data. Data is very, very important because we are talking about generative AI and ChatGPT. If the large language models without the data, the answers you will not get it. And all these 5 key domains, innovation, data, and all those things, cloud is the fundamental thing when you talk about the cloud. And to answer your question, the beauty is we need the large language models because ChatGPT is specific with all data. We need all of us here to create for our own specific requirements, whether it's a healthcare, manufacturing, or the EPAM kind of development aspects and all. So for that, definitely I was listening to the Gartner's seminar, and they were saying that in the Gartner's hype cycle, generative AI in the last 1 decade, this is most promising, and that is going to stay for long. But to answer your question on that, how this infrastructure comes into picture, like Mr. J. Chaudhary Garu, he was with NVIDIA long back, and last year, NVIDIA was thought about this particular requirement of GPUs. They have started heavily on the GPUs, and I am a partner of Oracle, an ex-Oracle guy. So Oracle immediately picked it up. 1 year back, I see him, the CEO of NVIDIA on the stage and saying that we are partnering with a cloud provider where the data movement between the GPUs is important and the combination of it. And that's where, to your answer, whether it's AWS, Google, Microsoft, and Oracle, that is the solution for us to do those innovations. And we, companies like ours, will enable those things to get there. But fundamentally, the last thing I wanted to say, because of the running of the time, I was doing a lot of research. A person from Hyderabad Public School can rule Microsoft. He's not an IITian. He's just Satya Nadella. I was listening to his books, reading, and what exactly? The first thing he said, Satya Nadella's wife gave the mindset book called Mindset by Carol Dweck. And he was saying that end of the day, it is the know-it-all versus learn-it-all culture. That culture should be in everybody. It's a continuous learning. And especially in the field of his, continuous learning is what we normally wanted, whether it is today generative AI, databases, or whatever it is, tomorrow something else. But continuous learning is a fundamental, and innovation is another thing. Hope that answers your question.
Yeah. Right, thank you. I would ask you if there is a single incisive and an inclusive agenda for the industry, institutions, the startup ecosystems, and the skilling companies to keep pace in the race against AI and automation, what would that single agenda be? So I would like to start with Mr. Subramaniam first, and then same sequence, we will ask all the other panelists too.
I think I'll give only single answer for this. So my advice to all the startup companies, any company is, do something which will impact your society around you. When your society improves, you will automatically improve. So don't look at, to innovate something, which will be only with your system. As long as it impacts your society around you, if the society grows, you will automatically grow. So whatever AI, whichever you do, I think that is the big mantra which I want to tell. Okay.
From my side, anyhow, I told the majority of it. But again, one thing I have realized working in multiple organizations and all those things is, even the enterprises or the customers, whoever, they always look for do more with less. That is not going to change whether it's an AI or whatever it is. So we have to learn how we solve the customer problems or the industry problems with less, and that's where the automation kicks in, AI kicks in and all. But one request here is we have the academia as well as the industry. The organizations to have to adopt few institutions. We go and run across the recruitment process with multiple things and all. So what we did differently is because Jay Chaudhary garu was talking about the cost, which is increasing, which is a problem. Even Shanti Kumar garu and me were discussing, are you getting the right resource with a costly resource and how we are going to solve it? Then I said, first thing is we have to invest on the right talent and train them at the things, at the lower talent, club with the senior talent so that we are making a pyramid structure that is going to solve the problem. And what we did is we went to AKNU, which is Adikavi Nanna University in Rajahmundry. We have an incubation center there and said, these students, nobody goes there. Why don't we go and put them on second, third year, identify the talent, train our things to them so that they'll be ready. So that's where the models we need to think through, making our society better.
So let me just summarize by saying, so we start with the society, so the impact to the society and what is it that we can do to the society to improve. Everything is what we started with, and then we said, are we ready on a continuous basis or not? So it's a journey, and we can't say like, yeah, we are ready, and that's something that we need to look at. Learnability, adaptability, agility are the key for us to like move ahead in this particular kind of an era. And infrastructure is the key. Specifically, if we don't have the infrastructure, it's a problem for a country like ours to become a leader in this space. And then Vishal pointed out by saying regulation. And regulation now, not later, right? When it disrupts in a large way, bringing in regulation, it's a little too late for the government. And finally, Mr. Shanti Kumar talking again about the society and how is it that we can impact and do a continuous learning specifically so that we are able to like build a community of AI and become a market leader globally. So thank you very much for your valuable time and being a part of the panel.